Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back, Vikalaaaaah riding shotgun on this fabulous, fantastic football Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. It's been a blast doing this Friday show and getting back into doing Fridays. Of course, y'all know with my health, the Friday show was preempted because I had to go to wound care, not just here where I live now, but also in Indianapolis. But things are looking up and looking better, and I make this pledge to you every Friday. Well, every weekday beginning next week at 11 a.m., you will see live Snowman in the Morning. Want to contribute to the show? Drop a cash app if you can to $Tallman Dr. K50. You see it at the bottom of your screen. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can drop us a super chat to help build the channel. Victor Locke is here with me. And Victor, football is back.
And not a moment too soon.
No.
Look, with the Olympics and what's going to happen
on the South. With what's going on the South Side, and I'll talk about that on Monday. God help me.
Well, I'll put it this way. With the Olympics, we all know what's going to be talk of the town there.
Oh, Jesus.
Particularly one individual. For basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We needed football to be a nice deterrent.
We needed it.
But let's be honest.
And
I have calculated the two things that makes every football fan happy.
And that is?
1, to see their team win.
And 2,
to see the Cowboys lose.
And that's how we launch our football talk on today, folks.
Everyone wants to see the Cowboys lose.
Mm-hmm.
Every team from every fan from every team wants to see the Cowboys lose. It's not like I can say I don't know why. I get it. As a Cowboy fan, I wish it wouldn't be that way, but I get it.
But see, you're a logical thinking Cowboy fan. There's a difference. There's a huge, tremendous difference.
Well, I'm the type of person that doesn't like, tripping up the stairs. You know, when you go up the stairs and you're like, I can do 2-3 steps at a time, and then what happens? You trip.
El Smacko.
Yeah. I go 1 step at a time. All right. Let's see what we do week 1, and then we'll think about week 2, week 3, week 4. Then we can start thinking about aspirations of getting to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl. But let's start with week 1 first.
Please. Well, you know how the moronic republic thinks.
I know.
You deal with it on your Discord, and unfortunately, now it's filtering to my ass.
Yeah,
on Discord.
It's everywhere. It is everywhere.
It is. And what I keep reminding them is something you mentioned to me earlier this week on the show. The murderer's row for Dallas comes weeks 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
And the bad part is week 7 is the bye week.
Yes.
Week 7 is the bye week.
We have the Detroit Lions, which is going to be a massacre.
Yep.
And we get a bye to lick our wounds from that.
Uh-huh.
And then we come back and we got to go to Santa Clara.
And you got to go to Santa Clara. Again.
Like what epic troll was this?
He said epic troll.
What epic troll was Roger Goodell thinking when he put this schedule together for the Cowboys? This is a troll.
Okay.
This is a total troll job.
Okay. Where is it? Dang it.
Oh no.
I'm trying to find something. And I can't find it right now. But you said earlier this week, I think you said it Wednesday, that every team has a troll game this year.
Yes.
Every team has a troll game. Unless you're the Carolina Panthers and your whole season's a troll.
Yes.
Unless you're the Atlanta Falcons and waiting for the other shoe to drop on Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins.
Yes.
We talked about that earlier in the week. When I posed the question of who is a team that you should feel sorry for but can't, and I had Ben Sutterth on the show earlier, he agreed. Okay. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Cole Johnson was here earlier this morning. Same thing. And it's not the fact that they back up the Brinks truck for Kirk Cousins.
Or 2 Chainz.
But
then you went and drafted a quarterback afterwards.
A month later.
Like,
you
drafted. Why?
So March, you pay Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins, and then April, you draft Michael Penix.
Yes.
The hell is that for?
If you were going to do that, just use the offseason to pick up some linemen or pick up some receivers, so that when you bring Penix into the fold, he's got a brand new group to run with.
Yep,
and you can simulate the offense around him. The dumbest decision by a football team, and of course, it's the Atlanta Falcons.
Tiger uppercut.
Look, Chisel Donis always made this joke about how the Atlanta Falcons choke everything. They choke away leads all the time.
Yes.
But how do you choke on the draft?
It's Atlanta.
How do you choke the draft?
I'll say it again. It's Atlanta.
I get, but like, of all that, you choked the draft.
It's one more time.
Lost the draft, but you choked the draft. You had prime real estate, prime picks, and you're like, how can I ruin that?
How can you mess that up? There's a line from A History of Violence, which I can't play here because we're on the radio. Is how do you blank that up?
Yeah. How do you mess that up?
How do you mess that up?
Well, they found a way.
They paid 2 Chainz Cousins.
Which was your first mistake.
Yep.
Was your first misstep. But I get it. You're desperately looking for.
Yep, yes. You needed someone.
Yes.
That was not Desmond Ridder.
Right. You needed help.
That was not Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke. I get that. I get it.
Yeah. You needed help. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so you took the safe route, or what we thought was the safe route. And Kirk Cousins says, I will come to Atlanta.
Right.
And you're thinking, cool, we can do this.
And you know what else they did? which is also stupid. They have now initiated a quarterback controversy that they didn't need to. They need to initiate. They did not need to create a controversy, and now they have.
Yep. They sure
because abject idiocy reigns supreme.
Mm-hmm.
There was no need for you to create any quarterback controversy. We know who's going to win. We know who's going to be the first one because it's going to be Kirk Chase Cousins. But now you bring in Michael Penix Jr., who's a fresh kid.
Mm-hmm.
You already know you got some miles on Kirk. So now there's going to be a who's going to take in week one? Is it going to be Kirk Chase Cousins or is it going to be Michael Penix Jr., the unproven draftee?
Yep.
Why?
You did not need that.
That's an unnecessary distraction now.
Mm-hmm.
You clowns. Y'all worse than Antonio Brown in this.
Speaking of clowns.
Oh, no.
I've posed this question earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are the Cowboys doing? Now, let me set this up. I had Ben Sutter, as you know, I had Ben Sutter on earlier. He comes on every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he said was, we don't have a running back.
We don't.
Which indicates to me there is no trust in Ezekiel Elliott. And I back it up by saying there shouldn't be.
Well, here's the thing, is that the Cowboys are reaching for the glory years.
Yes.
Which they're
say that again.
Too early, but
say that again.
They're reaching for the glory years. And at the time, who was your top running back? Zeke.
Emmitt Smith.
Well, Emmitt Smith was like the premier. He was the legendary. I'm talking about like within the last couple of years.
Oh, Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke. Dak and Zeke were like the master blaster. You know, they were demolition.
Mm-hmm.
But now, especially after Zeke had his legal issues, which completely messed him up.
See, why'd you put that song in my head mentioning that tag team? You rotten fool.
Because I actually was listening to that earlier.
I ought to hit you for that. You put demolition in my head.
I was just listening to that like not even an hour ago.
Did you listen to that?
I was not even an hour ago. I was just listening to that. So I was just trying to keep my wrestling theme song knowledge sharp, and that one came up. But
you know what's so bad? That's one of my workout songs.
Yeah,
when I need to go lift weights,
yes,
which I will start doing again in the fall.
Same here.
I will start lifting again in the fall because the first thing I got to do is get my strength back in my legs.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I got to get my strength back in my legs. That's priority. Especially, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
No more wheelchair and no more knee scooter.
Nice.
Yep, bringing it back tomorrow. And I am so thrilled to say that. Back to business.
But the thing is that this is why I said before that there's a reason why Dak has not been renewed yet. There's a reason why Zeke is back. There's a reason why the Cowboys went with O-line and receiver help, because this is Dak's prove-it year. He has no choice, no recourse. He has got to get it done now.
Yes. Say that again, please. Say it again.
He has got to get it done now. I don't see it happening because I think even if the Cowboys, even the Cowboys play extremely well. Let's say they do extremely well, and they're better than what most people give them credit for.
Yeah,
they're not going to have the weapons or the horses that San Fran's going to have. They're just not.
Even 12-5.
Yes. I mean,
even 12-5. Speaking of a song that just popped in my head, you compared Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott to what?
To demolition.
I gotta let that roll.
So
I'll turn it.
But the thing is that so. Basically, this is why they went through all that, because they're like, okay, Dak, there's no more excuses now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what happened to Tony Pollard, but he was not the same runner that he was 2-3 years ago.
They gave him the reins.
Like, my God, like he was burning people in 2021 and 22. What happened last year? I have no clue.
They gave him the reins. They let Zeke walk, and they thought he would be able to handle the load. We saw different.
We got the bad surprise.
Yep, you got the bad Tony Pollard.
So now you have Zeke coming back, and you have some more wide receiver help. You have more offensive line help, which I was very grateful for. But this is Dak Prescott's perfect year. You either do or you walk.
You know what? I want total anarchy. I'd have cut his ass.
See, they're not going to cut him.
I know that. I know it's Jarrell. It's not a rational thinking Jarrell like he did in the 90s and let Jimmy Johnson build that team, but then got scared and fired his ass.
Yep. Also, consideration of this. Who would take his place? Because I am not trusting Trey Lance.
None.
I am not trusting.
And you know
Trey
what?
Lance.
Listen, and you know what they're saying online, right?
No, God.
You know what they're saying? They're saying, look at Trey Lance, burn it up in camp. Bitch,
No.
please.
No.
Wait, where's Red? Where's Red? I need Red Fox for this. No, better. Even better. Trey Lance burning it up in camp.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
Think of it this way. If Trey Lance was so good, why would San Fran let him go? San Fran, as we've seen the past 2 years, have been talent hawks. They have been looking for talent, and they get the best individuals for the job.
Yep.
If Trey Lance is really as good as people think he is, why in the world would they give him to Dallas?
Well, that tells you what they thought of Trey Lance after they had him and tried to groom him.
Exactly.
And tried to stick him in Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Exactly.
There's your answer. Here's your sign.
If he was really as good, why would they give him? So of all people, Dallas. There are two teams. There are two teams.
You could. There are. You know what? For the 49ers to really troll Trey Lance, they could have sent him to Cleveland.
They probably would have sent him to Cleveland. There are two teams that they would not have. If Trey Lance was really as good as people thought he was, there are two teams that San Fran would never send him to: Dallas and Seattle.
Exactly, because Seattle is starved for a quarterback because they ain't got one.
Exactly.
Seattle is starved for a quarterback, and who knows? They may make a move for Sir Lance. They may make a move, but he's got tread on his tires now.
Please take him. We'll gladly give him away.
He's got tread on his tires now, then you know what's going to happen with the Cowboys. This is what I predict. Am I going to be totally wrong? Probably, but there's going to be. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. There's going to be a time where they'll give up on Dak Prescott, and they're going to try to hand the reins to Trey Lance.
That would be a terrible mistake. I would throw the season away if that were the case.
Watch this.
I would. The only way I can see that happening is if it gets really bad, and the Cowboys by mid to late November, probably after Thanksgiving, they're eliminated from contention. Then I can see them doing it with Trey Lance.
That I can see,
but I don't see that.
They have to be totally eliminated. Not just they cannot be mathematically alive. Because if they're mathematically alive, they're still going to stick with Prescott.
Staying with Dak. We're staying with Dak.
They'll stay with Prescott. If they're still mathematically alive, say by week 13, because week 13, the best teams start clinching their positions: Kansas City, San Francisco,
probably Baltimore,
Philadelphia.
It'll be a toss between Houston and.
Listen, I have two picks for the NFC East since we're talking Cowboys. My mind says Philadelphia to win the division.
That's what my mind says too.
My heart says the Washington Redskins.
I would like that, but I think
I can't see it though.
Yeah, the Commanders have a long way to go to rebuild.
I
And you're
can't.
going to post
I
Sam
can't see it.
Howell.
They're still getting over Sam
They're
Howell.
still-
Sam Howell. Good
Now,
Lord.
now their new guy could do some damage though.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. Their new guy could do some damage.
Man, Jaden Daniels is going to be something else. That's why my upset pick to win the East is Washington.
It would depend
Jaden
on who he's throwing the
Daniels,
ball to.
Terry McLaurin. I'm going to make this. People think I'm stupid for making this comparison, but this is from a pair of eyes that have watched football for 45 years. Jaden Daniels could turn into Brock Purdy.
He could.
If they develop a running game, which I think they will. They already got Terry McLaurin equaling Deebo Samuel's role. Hello.
Right.
They just got to build around him. That's it.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. They need to build around him and
they gotta
help him.
Yep. They got to build around Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is your guy. All right. End of story. Jaden Daniels is your guy.
Yeah. Like my heart says Cowboys. I am starting to turn my head a little bit towards Washington because I like what I'm seeing from them.
I love what I'm seeing from the Washington Redskins. I love what I'm seeing from the Detroit Lions. Right.
Ultimately, my head says
it's gonna be my head
Philly.
saying Philadelphia.
It's Philly.
And I gotta go with Philadelphia to clinch the division.
They're
gonna get a hell of a charge from the Washington Redskins.
The if will come to if Sirianni gets in his own way again.
Yep.
Because
and we've seen it last two. We've seen it during the Super Bowl year.
Yes,
we definitely saw it last year.
Yes, we did.
We definitely saw it last year.
So
Sirianni getting in his own way, thinking that he can take the momentum from when they beat Buffalo in overtime and take it through the rest of the season, and then San Francisco walked in and punked them around
and pile drove them.
He walked in and punked their ass.
Yep. But the thing is, like I said, this is Dak's proof year, and that's why he has not gotten re-signed.
Yeah, and
because at this point, it makes no sense for you to continuously keep pushing this narrative, and it is a narrative at this point, that Dak is going to be the saving grace to lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl. He's had how many years to do this?
Exactly.
And the past 3 years have been so monumentally embarrassing for Cowboys fans to watch.
Oh, it's been bad.
From
it's been
the
bad.
idiotic toss to the center to spot the ball.
Oh, geez. I watched the end of that at work.
To the mental midgetry of Pennywise the Dancing Clown to put Zeke at center.
That was the next year. That was the next year. Oh my God.
What was even worse was you guys got punked by Jordan Love.
In your house. And the Cowboys got punked by Jordan Love in their house, and the nightmare of Noah Savage will haunt them forever.
Yep.
Okay? The nightmare of Noah Savage will haunt them forever. Kevin is with us this morning. He greets. What's up, Kevin? And he said the Cowboy fans are going to burn down your studio. No, they're not. I nearly cussed. No, they're not. You know why they're not going to burn down my studio? My next 3 words. Find the lie.
Exactly.
Find the damn lie.
If I'm lying, please point it out. If there's a misstep or there's a misquote, please let me know.
Yes.
Because I don't want it to be that way. I want the Cowboys to do well.
The Cowboys do the NFL good when they're naturally competitive.
Right.
And when I say naturally competitive, I'm talking about with a competent coach, a competent offense. The defense is good, okay? The defense is set. All right.
Although they're going
to lose Micah Parsons next year.
The thing is, the defense is great, but the defense has expiration date. I said this when I did my first hot seat for that.
And you, my friend, wonderfully pointed out that there is an expiration date on that defense.
The defense is ready to win titles now. Every year that the offense struggles, that defense is going to start getting worn down more.
Absolutely.
More and more and more. And then you're going to have a competent offense and a defense that can't stop anybody.
And you can look at what happened last year in Frisco.
Exactly.
You can look at week 5, what happened in San Francisco when you run into a good team that will knock
An
the
elite
everyone-
team. That's
an
the
elite
thing. That is
team
an elite team. San Fran is an elite team.
that will knock the blank out of you.
Yes.
Okay. When we warmed up for week 5, because what happens, folks, off the air is that Vic and I and like 3 others have a meeting before our Sunday night football stream and our 49ers stream, where we lay all the notes on the table of what we should do and just in case scenarios. And Victor mentioned, what if it's a blowout? Matter of fact, Victor led with that in the meeting. I didn't start it. I didn't start the meeting. Victor led. We did this online. Victor led the meeting by saying, "Snowman, this is gonna hurt." And I'm like, "What? You're gonna have to get some things ready to talk about." And immediately I perked up and I went, "You think it's gonna get that bad?" And through the camera, Victor just looked at me.
Yeah.
Victor just looked at me and he said, "Who are the Cowboys playing?"
Right.
San Francisco. He said, "Do you really think they have a chance?" No. Then shut up.
I mean, think about it this way. Who on the defense side of the ball is going to consistently, not just a couple times, consistently stop CMC?
Because CMC had 100. Wait. The Cowboys stop Dak Prescott?
Stop the cap.
Who do you think is going to consistently put pressure on Brock Purdy? Because that old line for the 49ers is mean.
They play mean, don't they?
They might as well call themselves IHOP, because I've never seen so many pancake blocks before.
See, now you got Lewis Black in my head. I hate you for that. But like I said, the Cowboys stopping Frisco.
Stop the cap.
It's not happening. It really isn't. Why do people still think it can? Victor, from a Cowboys fan standpoint, and I call you a fan. I don't title you the member of the Moronic Republic. You are a fan, but you also have been one of my analysts for many, many years. I've never asked you this question. I'll ask it now.
Okay.
Why do Cowboy fans remind me and you so much of Cub fans?
Because Cub fans, the thing is this: Cub fans don't care how bad they are. They just think the rest of the league is worse. And that's why they think they're going to win every year.
Get out of here. Yeah. Hey,
Cowboys fans.
I can't argue with that.
Cowboys fans don't care how bad they look. They just think the rest of the league is worse.
It's worse.
And so they'll win by proxy.
Yeah. Kevin is with us. He says the Cowboys defense, let me put this up here. The Cowboys defense need to take Parsons off the ball and allow him to play the left tackle. Play LT, Lawrence Taylor, did for the Giants. Let him line up according to what he sees, but he's too small to have his hand in the dirt. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Again, go back to week 5. Because the first 3 weeks, the Cowboys were undefeated. Then they went to Arizona and let a small team beat them. They let a small team like the Arizona Cardinals beat their ass.
And Kev makes a valid point. Dak will get re-signed because they have no other options. That's true.
Right.
That's
He's
true.
right. He's right.
But the reason why I said that they're going to have it now is because they're probably going to end up waiting for the draft. Yeah, and that's depending if they decide to tank.
And that's a great point, Victor. Great point.
They might decide to tank.
I got to do this for Cole. Since the man in charge of the morning shift, Cole Johnson himself, the EP of all EPs, and he's the executive producer of Snowman in the Morning, is
of
here.
Of course. The genius.
All right. The genius. The evil genius that is Cole Johnson. The Cowboys win by default. You, Clay.
Cole. Exactly, Cole. But that's how they think. That's how the Moronic Republic think. They don't see any team being on their level. So right. It doesn't matter what we do. We can sit there and have our star running back at the time line up at center. The rest of the league sucks. So we'll win by proxy. We'll win by default. How did that work out for you?
How has that worked out for you the last 2 years? How has that worked out for you the last 2 years you've had to face?
The last 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. 3 years. How has that worked out for you, Dallas? All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get totally deets.
Yes, indeed.
And the subject of this version of Totally Deets, which you'll see next week beginning on Thursday, the Atlantic Coast Conference, a league I am very familiar with. And my next 3 words for the ACC are, God help us. Victor, you know, I lived in North Carolina with my honey for 2 years.
I know.
I've covered some ACC games in person and virtually.
Yep. And you might be doing it again.
I might be doing it again. ACC, you fool! That's just how it fits.
Agreed.
Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy